guys, it's the Double Chen Show.
What up?
So last video we did on this topic, there was a total of 19 bad habits
to get rid of
before you're 30.
Yeah, that you did in your 20s that you should get rid of before you're 30.
So now we're going to finish it off.
Yes.
Okay. Next we have, you love your soda. I don't love soda.
Wait, what?
I don't love soda.
But you did in your 20s?
Yes.
And when did you stop?
5 years ago. 6 years ago.
Okay, so same here. I stopped. I know exactly when I stopped. When I was 28, I was like, dude, I gotta stop drinking soda. Dude, I used to be the soda king, bro.
It's just not healthy.
It's not healthy. Dude, I would literally sit around, like, even up until my late 20s, I would drink at least, you know, like those, like 20-ounce bottles?
Yeah.
I'd have 2 a day.
Whoa.
2 a day. Because one with every meal, almost.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Not with breakfast, because, like, no one drinks Coke in the morning. But lunch and dinner, 1 Coke, 1 Sprite, or whatever.
You know when I realized I didn't like it?
What's that?
Because when I drink the soda,
right,
and I was still thirsty.
Oh, yeah. That's a given.
Because I'm like, yo, this doesn't help me at all.
No.
Then I just keep wanting to drink more soda, and it doesn't ever quench my thirst.
No. But, I mean, it's delicious, obviously. Like, you know, I would spread the love between, like, Mountain Dew. I love, like, ginger ale. But I also noticed I was getting a little fatter around the stomach because that's where all the sugar goes.
Yeah, it really doesn't do anything for you. Well, you know what I like now?
What's that?
Seltzer water.
Seltzer water. So the way I I basically stopped cold turkey, but I had to substitute it. So at first I would do like seltzer water, maybe with like a little bit of juice.
Yeah.
And then now I just drink seltzer water.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I love seltzer.
You guys,
you know how I got turned on to seltzer water?
What's that?
So I was pledging my fraternity in college, and I didn't drink. Right?
Okay. Oh, right.
So they found the nastiest thing for me to drink back in the day, which they thought was seltzer water. So instead of beer, I had to drink seltzer water. So, and I hated it. I hated the taste of it.
Right.
And then finally, after like a couple of weeks of drinking it, I loved it.
Yeah, you're like, it's pretty good.
So that's when I got my addiction to seltzer water.
That's right. You definitely have an addiction because you have a soda stream in your house.
Yeah, I do.
And it's just like nonstop, like.
Love soda stream.
So anyways, guys, if you do this still, like, please don't do this. Like, I still see grown people do this. I'm like, really? You still drink soda? That's horrible.
Well,
that's horrible.
I drink it, just don't like.
Don't OD on it.
Yeah, I don't drink.
Actually, don't even drink it. It's just bad for you. Period.
All right, next, you're pretty bad about keeping in touch with your friends and family.
So this is saying you should get better by the time you're 30.
Right. I think I got worse as I got older.
No way.
Because let me tell you something. I feel like as I got older, I have less and less friends.
Okay, that's definitely true for me as well. But do you keep in touch with the ones that don't live near you anymore?
No.
Okay. So, all right. Do you keep in touch more with your family? No. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you gotten worse.
Yeah, because you know, here's the thing. In college, you have your group of friends, right?
Yeah, your college friends.
High school friends, I'm like, whatever. That's ancient history.
But you moved around. I moved around a lot.
So my high school I was never really tight with my high school friends.
Right.
College, I had a lot of friends at college.
Right.
But then you start leading different lives. Right. Most of my college friends are married with like 2 kids because they're from the Midwest.
Exactly.
So they have this whole thing where you graduate college at 22.
Yep.
And then right away you get married and you have kids. That's the way it works. So by the age of 25, most of them have their first kid already.
And basically when they're married, like I have friends that got married. Dude, you don't like they live in a house. They move to the countryside.
Our family's the priority now.
Right.
You know,
which is fine.
Right.
That's what it should be.
You know, the creator of Friends.
Okay.
You know, when they asked him if there was going to be a reunion.
Right.
He said there's never a possibility of that.
Okay.
Because he said that was a period during people's lives where friends are the most important.
That
and
is
once
so
you get past that period, it becomes your family, like a new family.
Exactly. So for friends, right, they all met in the mid-20s.
Right.
And then literally by the time they were mid-30s, and one could argue that they were late in starting their lives.
Yes.
They were late.
Because they keep getting $1 million checks.
Yeah. Like even in the show, they stuck around till they were in their mid-30s.
Right.
But yeah, dude, by the mid-20s, everywhere else in America, not in the big cities, dude, I'm sorry, you got a family.
Yeah.
By the mid-20s.
Yep.
And you're not good. Friends aren't the most important thing in your life. And I think that today we live in a society, and actually my friend's mom coined this society really well. She called our generation and the ones younger than us extended adolescence. Because how many of your friends and my friends who are well into their 30s still go out and like friends are the most important to them and they don't want to have a family? I have a lot of friends like that. I don't know about you.
Well, like this society, this environment in New York City promotes that a little bit.
Definitely.
But yeah, there's not a lot of those people.
Right.
General.
In general, yeah. I mean, if you live in the big city, you're definitely. Yeah. I would urge the people that live in a big city to kind of move on to the next phase of your life.
But I do understand that you should keep better in touch with your family, because I think what this thing is trying to say is that you moved on. You probably maybe live in a different place than your parents. Do a better job communicating with your parents.
Right.
Well, my parents live down the street. So.
Wait, I got a question though. Yeah. Don't you communicate with your family on WeChat? Because my family be texting me on WeChat.
My mom texts me.
Right. Yeah. So no, but I'm talking about I have a thread.
Oh, with their family members.
With all of my family.
Here's the thing. I met I ran into my aunt came to visit me this past weekend.
Right.
And she said, us three, my mom, my dad, and me.
Right.
We're the only ones not on the family WeChat.
Right. There is a family WeChat. Yeah, you guys aren't it.
We're not on
it. So you guys should actually get better as a whole doing it. Even my WeChat with my family, it's all in Chinese.
Yeah.
I can't understand a word. But every day it's like one of them. There's like 8 of them around the world, and they're just like sending photos of their kids and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah, you got to get. I'm a loner. But do you suggest that that's a habit people should develop?
Because I see my parents a lot because they live down the street.
That is different. You do see them every day.
But if they didn't, I would do a better job. Right. Just to see how they are, because like obviously I want to be able to help them and support them whenever they need it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of developing that with the family WeChat thread, and me and my mom are pretty close anyway. So
all right. So next is you never see your doctor. It's been about a million years since you last saw your doctor.
Yes, listen,
I haven't been to the doctor in like 20 years.
Dude, this is so true for like our friends. They're in their 30s and they're literally like scared of the doctor. Because the longer you put it off, the more you're dreading it. Because you're like, well, what if I have something wrong?
Yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Because also a lot of us today, like,
I'm good. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not as independent, so you don't make as much money as people. Like, they're also like, dude, I gotta have to pay for stuff if I'm sick. Like all this stuff. Like America doesn't have the best healthcare. Actually, they have the worst.
I want to be a Canadian.
That's what I'm saying. Free healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Because also, like, seriously, like, we gotta go. What if there's something wrong? That's money. You know what I mean? Dude, I haven't been to the doctor in like
I'm not going to go. It's not even because of money for me. I just don't want to go. I'm not going.
But I would suggest to people that they go, especially when you get older.
Yeah, you should. Go. For me, I'm just like, even if there's nothing wrong, they're going to find something wrong.
Right.
It's going to be like, yo, your cholesterol is really high. See, know what I'm really afraid that they're going to tell me?
What's that?
They're like, Mike, you got to stop eating so much.
I knew it! That dude, listen. That's actually what's gonna happen because all the steak you eat, like
I don't care.
There's this much space in your arteries.
I don't care. I don't really want to live till 80.
But anyways, guys, definitely start getting regular checkups and especially nowadays when everything we eat is unhealthy, people in their 30s start to get really bad diseases now. So definitely check it out.
Don't be like me.
Yeah, or me, I guess.
Next, do you still smoke cigarettes?
When you've had a few beers, we don't know.
We don't smoke and we don't drink. So
yeah, so you should just cut
stop
that
smoking.
out. Anyways,
you know what I hate? My pet peeve walking around New York City is I'm walking behind somebody and they're smoking and it's blowing in my face.
Okay, how about take that very scenario and you know how in New York it's just a city of scaffolding. Mm-hmm. Now you have a tunnel of smoke because you know how many times that's happened. And they have to do it in the scaffold underneath the scaffold.
They don't care. They're just walking around like whatever. Secondhand smoke. Here you go. Have some.
I have to say it's worse in Chinatown because everyone smokes in Chinatown. It's like a giant chimney in Chinatown.
It's bad everywhere.
Yeah.
This is horrible. Stop smoking, people. It's not good for you.
Seriously.
That's really not good for you. Don't do
Seriously, man. It's not cool anymore.
You still use tanning beds or lie out in the sun. I've never used a tanning bed in my life. This is all spray on. Just kidding. It's really not.
This is a funny picture. It's Stewie.
Yeah.
What did I say? Oh yeah.
You ever used a tanning bed?
Yeah. No. I would say for the people out there that go to the tanning beds regularly, probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's probably not good for you.
Yeah.
Yo, you ever seen Tan Mom? What's that girl? The woman named, like, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The woman who's basically, here's a picture. Okay. The woman who's basically looks like leather. Her skin looks like leather. She's like the Tan Mom, or
she's something. Like on social media.
Yeah, something. She's little. People know who she is, but that's just nasty.
That's nasty.
She literally looks like an old piece of leather.
Yeah.
That's walking around.
Yeah, because the older you get, the more sun the sun rays can be harmful, especially now with the environment. So try to
wear sunscreen, people.
Yeah,
that's a good song. Next, you still sleep until 1 p.m. on the weekends to catch up on all the sleep you missed during the week. I can't sleep past 7.
Right. So I agree with this. I agree that this is a habit that you should get rid of in your 30s because, like Monday through Sunday is the same.
Yeah.
And to me, like, it should be like that. It's just that, we all have habits. Like, on the weekends, I tend to sleep a little bit more.
Right.
Of course, not like 1. I sleep in until, on the weekends, probably till, like, a little bit later, maybe, like, 9:30. You'll just wake up at, like, 6.
Yeah, I don't oversleep at all.
Yeah,
so
even on the weekends.
I just have a habit of waking up.
I'm trying to get there.
so much more done.
Yeah, especially on the weekends now. Like, if you actually think about this, right, it's really counterproductive because weekends now are really your only days, and sometimes we even work on the weekends too. So why wouldn't you want to get the extra sleep on the weekends? I mean,
I just feel like it's good. Because,
why would you not want to get the extra sleep?
Even on weekdays, I typically wake up 5:36.
Right.
Then I get up and I go to the gym and I get that out of the way. I feel pretty good for the rest of the day.
Because you eat like Godzilla, so you gotta get that out of the way, right?
I work out so I can eat.
Right.
True story.
Yeah, and then for me, I get up at like 8:30, but I should really try to get up at like 7:30.
Yeah.
Or even 6:30.
Next, you generally try to avoid confrontation at all costs, even if it means that you can be a bit passive aggressive. Don't be passive aggressive.
Yeah.
However,
definitely. I would say when you're in your 20s, it's much easier to turn to turn away and be like, yeah, whatever, or have an attitude. But you should really start to learn some interpersonal communication skills by the time you're 30 and not avoid it, but you should actually try to solve it.
Yeah.
Because,
be more compassionate to the other people.
Man. You don't want to be that old hag in your 40s where you're just like, I hate everything. Like, like on Scrubs, like Dr. Cox.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like that, although he's a funny dude.
Or Dr. House.
Yeah.
Next, you stay in a crappy relationship way, way longer than you should, and you know it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people are in these situations.
Not us,
they don't know it.
That's right.
Right. So a lot of times it's hard for you to know it.
Right.
And also, I kind of see this where some people, maybe they're getting a little older. Like, let's say they're in their, I don't know, let's say girls are in their early 30s or late 20s.
Right.
And they're like, let me just settle.
Right.
We have friends that did that.
It's actually backwards because what you said makes total sense, but it should actually be the person should not tolerate it as much. But in fact, because they haven't been in good relationships, they tend to stick it out. But it's like, dude, if it's not going anywhere, it's not going to get better.
Also, I've heard like a person say like, oh, hey, my boyfriend now is much better than the boyfriends I had before. Which she's basically saying my boyfriends before were total like trash. And then this one is like a little better than trash. So
right.
Let me just stick this one out.
Right.
There are good guys out there, people. Man. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys a piece of advice. Don't settle. I know you hear that a lot. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't settle. I think everyone out there should be able to be comfortable with who you are and be able to be comfortable with the fact that, you know what, if I'm not in a relationship, that's still often better than being in a bad relationship.
Definitely. I totally agree.
Right. Yeah. So if you are able to be comfortable with yourself, like say if you can do a test, right? Go out to a restaurant tomorrow or tonight, whenever you're watching this, and try to go get a table for one.
Yeah.
If you feel very anxious doing it, you're not completely comfortable with yourself yet.
No.
But get to the point where you're really comfortable spending time by yourself and be able to, be okay with it. Right. Like for me, my philosophy is this. said in the last video, like, like I'm not in a relationship yet. Right. I'm totally okay with being in a relationship. I haven't met the right person.
Right.
But I'm also okay with not.
That's right.
So eventually, when that relationship comes,
it's on your terms, your timeline, and you're not settling.
And it's not. I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I'm in my 30s. I gotta get married. Otherwise, no one's gonna want me. You know what? If no one wants me, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay with being by myself. I don't, I'm past the point where I don't even get lonely.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. I mean, I'm in a relationship, obviously, but like, it could really do yourself some good. And I've seen too many people who are like get anxious, and that really just like starts to put them in a bad place.
Don't devalue yourself because for me, like, I know if or when I ever get into a relationship, I'm gonna treat that person so well,
right? And you deserve the same back,
right? Definitely. So that who you are, that you are a great individual. Yeah. You have so many good qualities. Don't devalue yourself. That's like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna settle with this guy because maybe I'm not so good. Maybe that's all I deserve. No, that's not true.
That's right. That's right. So, guys, listen to that one. Definitely, if you find yourself in a not so great situation, it's probably better to end it. Like, why? Yeah. There's too many people out there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Next, you try to plan out your entire life and obsess over 5-year plans instead of living in the present.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm always living the present. You plan a lot.
You're like living day to day, basically.
Yeah, basically.
That's like you have that kind of like.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Then that works for you.
I enjoy it. I have seen people who, I'm not against planning. Mm-hmm. I think you should plan. I think I should learn to plan more. Mm-hmm. But I have seen that people who plan too much, they do forget to live in the present. And it's not just in your 20s thing. It could be, it's just for anybody. Right? But if it's a habit, you should probably try to get rid of that and then look and start enjoying it. Otherwise, when you get too old, you're not going to enjoy it.
Right. I plan probably maybe, a few years down the road.
Yeah.
So I just got to make sure, like,
But you also live in the moment.
But I'm also very happy to live in the moment. Exactly.
Definitely.
Next, you're convinced that you're the only one in your 20s who doesn't have your stuff together. You know what? We're in our 30s, and we could say that, we're not completely together in terms of, like, we know exactly what we want.
Yeah.
40-year-olds that we know are sometimes not together.
That's right.
You know what? A lot of times, like, these are the most interesting people.
Yeah. I mean, the together thing is really weird because I don't look at things like, I don't look at a person and go, well, he's got it together. Because it's almost like, why am I using that to judge people or myself? I think more so for me, what that last one means is like, stop seeing yourself as the center of the universe, right? There are other people who also don't have their stuff together, but start taking initiative in your life. That's kind of how I see that.
Let me ask you. Yeah. So we're gonna wrap that one up.
Yeah.
Are there any advice that you would like to add to this list?
Yes, I do want to add something, and it's piggybacking on the last one. I think that most people in their 20s, especially today with all the social media, with all the stuff that goes, all the distractions, they tend to put themselves in the center of the universe.
Yeah.
And I think that the sooner you can realize that you are not, and that there's people around you, and that you are a part of society, and that your life should not be kind of, I don't want to say taken for granted, but it shouldn't just be like, hey, I'm going to do what pleases me.
Right.
I think the sooner you can realize that, the sooner you can grow and you can develop into a much happier person, because a lot of the stuff a lot of the stress that comes from life is what actually comes from when you place yourself in the center, because you start looking at things very one-sided.
Right.
So if you can not do that and you can start taking a step back and learn more about yourself, the world, and how you fit in, and just like increase your capacity, and then I think that you could really mitigate a lot of the stress that's on your life. And stress, to me, is the number one illness inducer as you get older. What I'm trying to say is, you can try to lower your stress by becoming more self-aware.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would like to add this. be more compassionate and be more humble. So the humble part is kind of like basically what you're saying a little, like you're not the center of the universe. But you know how like we grew up when we're younger, we think we're invincible, and we think we like rule the world. I think we think everything, you know, we're the king of the universe.
Right.
You're not, sorry. And once you start to grow up more and more, you'll kind of like, I guess you see the whole mortality of life.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's nothing that I think brings more pleasure or more benefits to the world than a person who is more compassionate and more humble.
Right.
The compassion you can show on a daily basis.
Right.
Obviously, you can show that to your family.
Right.
You can show that to strangers you meet every day. And I think we can all agree we need more of that in the world.
Definitely.
I mean, compassion. Come on, like there's so much evil going on in this world where every day you turn on the news, there's something going on that's so disheartening. So be more compassionate. Stay humble. You know, the humble thing, I see this a lot because we do YouTube. And we often run into other YouTubers. And we often run into certain people in the industry that a lot of people look up to.
Right.
You know, like we actually talk about this a lot. We actually ran into a YouTuber last year.
Right.
Who, you know, she's got what, like at the time 400,000 subscribers or whatever. And then we went up to her and we basically got the whole well, how do you say that?
What do you like the whole like
brush off kind of a treatment?
Yeah, like
and we could tell this person was like, you know, I'm
full of themselves.
I'm high and mighty.
Yeah, high and mighty.
Exactly. And you know, you guys are you know, whatever. Like, and afterwards we're like, yo, look, like really?
Yeah, we're not like that.
I mean, come on. Can people not be like that?
Right.
And, you know, I know for us, we make it a point
right.
to whenever somebody recognizes us, which we take as a privilege.
Definitely.
When someone recognizes on the streets or say something nice, and we always, you know, if you ever run into us, or if you have run into us, we really try to take time to talk to you and make sure that, you know, if you want a photo, we'd love to give you a photo, like whatever.
Yeah.
So just to spread compassion and stay humble, I think that's the key to like as you grow in life. Yeah. I've also run into another YouTuber.
Yeah. It's actually I like this person a lot.
Like that person too.
And then you told me I was kind of
I was in IKEA and I was like, hey, can I get a photo? And the person was like, no. Yeah. And we're both standing in line. It's not like, you know, we're doing anything.
Yeah, you're not like harassing them. You're not like. And this is actually I really like this person a lot. And when you told me that, it's kind of like.
It's like I'm
it's kind of disappointing.
Really not gonna turn into someone like that.
No, seriously. I mean, like, yeah, we get it. You know, like you want your privacy, but come on, like it's not like people are breaking down. You're not like Tom Cruise, where people are trying to like, you know,
if
get in your house.
If you're lucky enough in life, when somebody actually won your picture,
that's. Like, to me, like, that's never happened to me in my, you know, like, before YouTube, that's never happened to me. So, like, I'm so shocked every time.
When there's people that actually looks up to you, who admire you, you should really be thankful that even one person on earth feels that way about you. Like, seriously.
So, if you guys see us, don't be shy.
That's right.
Because there's been some people where they're like, we just saw you guys. And we're like, me and Mike are like, where? Let's go talk to him. Like, we get really excited.
Yeah.
Like, so, definitely.
Anyway.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this topic. Thank you so much for watching.
Peace.
See you later.